Hello everyone, my name is Grace and I am a drama therapist and I work for CW+. I'm really happy to be doing this video to you, bringing you something to do while we are inside, wherever you might be. And yeah, let's get started on the video. So today I will be telling a story. And the story I'm going to tell has some themes to do with what we're going through at the moment, and it's about connection and a lack of connection, and it just shows the importance of bringing everyone together and sharing experiences with other people. So we're going to start by doing a check-in. So a check-in is something we do in drama therapy where we show each other how we're feeling. So I'd just like to invite you to think of a word for how you're feeling today. So my word is going to be energetic. I feel very energetic today. I've been running around all morning doing different jobs and different things around the house. So my word is energetic, and I am going to show you that I feel energetic today with a sound and a movement, and that will be my check-in. So my sound and movement, which I think represents energetic, is this. Okay, so I would invite you now to think of how you're feeling in a word and then translate that into a sound and a movement. So that was how I showed energetic, and there was a sound that came out of my mouth as well. But you might have a different way of showing energetic or showing your emotion. So now I'd just like you to practice what your emotion is in a sound and a movement. Thank you. Okay, so now we're going to do our sound and movements, our check-ins together. So I'm going to do mine again, and then I'd like you to copy my sound of movement of energetic. And you might do it slightly differently to me because you might have kind of a different way of showing energetic. However you're feeling today and whatever position you're in, whatever you can do with your body is welcome. So I don't know, you might be sitting down like me, you might be standing up, you might be lying down. From whatever your position that you're in, just show how you would showcase energetic as a check-in. So I'm going to do my energetic check-in and then give you a space to repeat that in whatever way you can. And now you can repeat that in your own way. Thank you. And if you do your check-in that you thought of with your word and your sound and movement again, unfortunately I can't copy your sound and movement and your check-in, but I just want to leave a space for you to do yours again, so you just reconnect with how you're feeling and away from how I'm feeling today. So I'll leave a space now for you to repeat your check-in. Thank you. So we're going to start the session after the check-in by just breathing together. We're going to breathe in and out, and in and out, and this time breathing in and then breathing out on a sound. So that could be a ah, a zzz, a whatever sound comes to your lips first. So breathing in and out, and in, and a different sound. Okay, and one more time, and you're going to make this time, this sound really loud as you can. So breathing in. Ah! Great, thank you. So we're going to do a bit of movement now just to warm up our bodies before we go on the journey to our story. Now, just take this piece of movement as slow, as quick, or as gentle or as vigorous as you would like. There's no right or wrong, and I know that everyone's in different places and in different bodies, and so I want you to know that this isn't an audition, this isn't a movement lesson. You don't have to be good at movement to do this. It's simply to warm your body up in any way that you like. So I'm going to put some music on. You can stand up with me if you want to. I'm going to stand up, but you don't have to. You can exercise from the floor or from, you know, sitting or lying, wherever you are right now, and just take it as you can. So you don't have to copy me. If you find that there's parts of your body that are aching today, you can concentrate on those for a longer time than other parts of your body. And then after the warm-up, we are going to go on our journey to the story space. So I'll go straight into it, but I will of course guide you along the way with my voice. I'm going to turn the music on now, so just bear with me for 2 minutes and then we'll start our warm-up. Okay, so as I said, you can stand, or you can stay sitting or lying down and just moving your body however it needs. Stretches or just simple movements, or if you want to do a whole choreographed routine, that's fine too, whatever you need in this moment. And it doesn't need to be perfect, it can be, you know, free flowing, it can be completely random, whatever you need today. And in this moment, give yourself a massage if it needs. My neck's feeling tired today, so I'm concentrating on that at the moment. Okay, so the song is going to change, so just allow the change in music to take your body, and we'll just move to this song in silence. look at the space that you're in. It might be a space that you're familiar with, it might be a space that you don't know very well. Just react to what's in the space around you. React to the smells, to the sounds, and to whatever you see in the space. You can touch parts of the space that you're in. Thank you. So we're going to travel to the story space now. So I'm going to tell you quickly a little bit about this story. This story is set in a village, and our main character is a traveller, and he gets to this village by walking down a long and winding road. And on the way, he picks up a stone. So that's what we're going to do today. We are going to walk down this road, pick up the stone, and listen to the story. So bring your body down to stillness if you're still moving. And just breathe. And from wherever you are, I would like you to get ready for our journey. So you might want to put a hat on. You might want to put a big coat on. And not forgetting some boots that are comfy to walk in. Just like the traveller in our story. I've just turned the music off because I want you to listen to my voice. And when you're ready and you've put all your clothes and gear on, we're going to walk down this long and windy road together. So I'd like you to imagine that this road goes so far that you can't even see where it ends, and just start walking down this road that you're imagining. Smell the fresh air. Maybe it's raining where you are, maybe it's sunny. Decide what kind of weather you're in today. Decide whether you as a traveller are tired or whether you're just at the start of your journey and you're energetic like my check-in, or whether you're weary because you've been going for days and days and days. And there are trees either side of the road. Just see what you can smell coming off the trees. See if they're green or if they're orange, or if the trees are completely bare with no leaves at all. And that will tell you what season you're in. And finally, we're going to get to the river. Whether you're walking with me or whether you're sitting down and just imagining this journey, or lying down and imagining this journey, we're going to get to the river together. Mine's down here in front of me, and just decide if your river is calm or if it's choppy. And what I'm going to do is take some water and splash it on my face. So you can choose whether to put your hands in. Maybe you want to put it up your arms. Maybe you want to put it on your head. Or maybe you don't want to touch the water at all. But one thing I'd invite all of us to do is to find a perfect stone, the roundest and smoothest stone you can find. So just have a look in your river, see all the stones at the bottom, and just pick out your favourite one. And you can decide why it's your favourite one, what you like about it. And I'd invite you to either keep it in your hands or put it in your pocket. And we're going to sit by our rivers while I tell the story. So this is the story of stone soup. There was a traveller who had been walking down this long road for many days. He walked and he walked, and he was quite hungry by this point, so he knew that he needed to stop soon. Plus, it was starting to get dark. It was dinner time. So he kept walking until he came to a village. And he was happy that he found this village because, you see, he hadn't seen houses for a very long time, and he was starting to get a bit worried that he was lost. He went up to the first house in the village and knocked on the door. An old woman opened the door. And as soon as she saw him, she slammed the door shut in his face. So the traveller went to the second house in the village, and the same thing happened. So the traveller tried one more time. He went to the third house in the village. The third house didn't want to see him either. So the traveller looked around, and there was no one in sight in this village. It seemed that everyone was just in their own houses, not seeing each other, not mixing, and they didn't want any company because they all slammed the door in his face. So the traveller carried on walking, and he came to a little river that ran through, or a little stream that ran through the village. And suddenly he had an idea. He looked down at the river and he picked up a beautiful round smooth stone and put it in his pocket. And he carried on. He went to the next house after the stream or the river, and he knocked on the door. An old woman opened the door. "I don't want to buy anything off you." "Oh, no, said the traveller. "I'm not selling anything. In fact, I want to give you something." "What do you want to give me?" said the old woman. "Well, you see, I've been travelling for ages, and I wanted to offer you my beautiful recipe of stone soup. I can cook you dinner tonight, and we can eat together." The old woman was a bit confused, but very excited at the prospect of not having to cook her own dinner. And it's free?" she asked. "It's free," said the traveller. "I won't charge you a penny." So the old woman let the traveller in, and he took a big pot from her kitchen and put it on the stove. So the first thing I'll need, the traveller said, is some water. So the old lady came and put some water in the pot, and the traveller pulled out his stone and dropped it in the water. And as the water started to boil on the stove, the stone rattled around in the pot as the water moved it. Said the traveller. You know what would be even better? If we had some carrots to add to it. Oh, said the old woman. Well, I have carrots in the cupboard. Yes, please, he said. So she bought some carrots back, chopped them up, and put them in the soup, in the stone soup. Ah, yes, that's looking nice, but you know what would make it even nicer, said the traveller. If there was an onion we could add to the stone soup. Now, the old woman unfortunately didn't have any onion, but her neighbour did, so she scuttled across to go and get the onion, and the neighbour brought it over, and chop, 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 in went the onion. Said the traveller. Yes, it's smelling lovely, but you know what else might be good to put in the soup? And he listed off potatoes, salt, cabbage, parsley, and last but not least, some meat. Well, the old woman and her neighbour didn't have any of these things, so they went off to different houses in the village, and everyone returned with one food item each and put it in the stone soup. The soup was vast and it smelt amazing, and the traveller said it was ready, and he dished up everyone's soup into separate bowls, and everyone ate together at the old lady's house, and there was even a big bowl left for the traveller. Everyone was laughing and chatting and enjoying their meals together, and the traveller quietly washed up the pot and took his stone and cleaned it and put it back in his pocket. Thank you, he said to the old woman and to everyone present. I will be on my way now. And the traveller walked out of the house and down the road until he found a wood which he slept in for the night. And all the while he had his stone safely in his pocket. And that is the story of stone soup. I'm going to allow you to pause the video now, or kind of take some time to yourself to either draw or reflect on some of the images that were in that story. You can talk to the person you're with, if you're with someone, about the story and what your favourite part and maybe what your least favourite part of the story was. Or you're welcome to act out a part of the story that you enjoyed, or act out a part of the story that you didn't enjoy. And draw anything, any images, any characters, maybe the soup that was in the story. So you're welcome to pause the video now, or do that now while I kind of leave a little bit of a gap. But if you need more time, feel free to pause the video. My favourite part of the story was when the traveller realised that he could get different ingredients from different members of the village. I can imagine a light bulb going off in his head when he realised that. And my least favourite part was, I think when he just went and fell asleep in the woods by himself. I would have wanted someone to have offered him somewhere to stay after he made that beautiful meal for everyone. Okay, we need to travel back now to our settings, wherever we are at the moment, our houses or wherever we may be. So I hope you've had enough time to do your reflections. I hope you've paused the video. If not, you can rewind and do it afterwards or whatever you think. So I'm going to stand up and we're going to travel back to our places, our villages, our houses, where we have our meals at night. So just start to travel back with me, whether you're walking or whether you're staying where you are. Let the images of the village and of the traveller and of the other people who live in the village and of the soup just leave your mind. And as you're walking down this path, just take your stone from wherever it was, whether it was in your pocket or wherever you put it, and just place it somewhere along the path. Maybe you want to put it in the grass or underneath a tree, whatever suits you. And then as we keep walking, we're just going to take off our jacket and just let it go. Take off our hat and just let it go. And take off our traveller's boots and let them go. And start to look around you and see the place that you're in, hear the sounds and smell the smells. I can hear someone bashing something in the garden over there next to me. And just come to a stillness in your body and just take a breath with me, in and out. And just start to remember yourself, so shake away any characters from the story and just pat or press into your own body, maybe down your arms, on your shoulders. Maybe give your hair and your head a feel, just to remember that you're back to you now. Pat down your legs and just give your feet a little massage. And I would invite you to say your name in a way that you would want your name to be said right now. So I'm feeling a bit energetic still, like the beginning of the session, but I'm also feeling a bit silly now, thinking about the story. So I'm going to say my name like this, Grace, just because I'm feeling a bit silly. Grace. Okay, so now you can choose how you would like to say your name and say it. Okay, thank you. And just as we did at the beginning of the session, we did a check-in with a sound and a movement. Now we're going to do a check-out. So just think of how you're feeling after that session and after hearing the story. So I'm feeling silly, like I said before. So I've thought of the word silly and I'm going to translate that into a sound and a movement now. Okay, so if you think of your word and then do your sound and movement, I'll leave a space for you to do that now. Thank you. And now after 3, we're going to do our sound and movement checkouts at the same time together. 1, 2, 3. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed this session and enjoyed the story. Feel free to keep drawing your images after the video is finished if you want to, or if you haven't finished. Or feel free to keep thinking about the story and maybe write some stuff down. But I hope to see you in a future video. Thank you.